So if you're watching this video, I have a simple question for you that I ask most people. Have you ever wondered why there's such a big gap between the wealthy and everyone else? Well, here's the thing. What I've learned is the only real difference is where people are putting their money. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to build a solid financial house from the ground up. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Lennox Jeffrey. I'm a financial advisor. I've been doing this for 5 years now. Formerly, I was a teacher and high school counselor. I was living paycheck to paycheck, have a wife and 2 beautiful young daughters. And here's the thing, as I was living paycheck to paycheck, I decided to go out and handle my own personal finances by getting actual help from real people that knew what they were doing. Not only did I learn it, I was able to fire my boss after 2 years, and I've been doing this for 5 years now, just educating the community on how money works. So let's get started. Now, when you're dealing with a solid financial house, right, or any house like that, the most important thing is your foundation. Would you agree? Of course you would. That foundation is life insurance. Now, life insurance is also known as income replacement. There are 2 types of life insurance. There's whole life insurance and there's also term insurance. Now, whole life insurance covers you for your whole life, and term insurance covers you for a period of time. Whole life usually up until age 100. Now let's break it down. When you're dealing with whole life insurance, it's usually a 2-part account. They'll give you an insurance and they'll also give you a savings. Now, with your insurance and the savings, it's attached. On average, they'll give you $100,000 of coverage. They'll tell you you pay only $100 a month for it. And then in 20 years, you actually accumulate $20,000 saved in that account. So people really like this because they have money saved and they have money to pay out for their beneficiaries. But there are some serious rules that they don't tell you about. I'm going to cover today in this video. But first, let's cover term insurance. Now, when we're dealing with term insurance covers you for about 20 to 30 years. Now, with life insurance in general, it's really important that you do not allow them to attach your insurance and your savings together. The insurance and the savings must be separate. Do not allow them to attach it. Now, why would I say that? I'm going to cover that soon, but with the term insurance, what I've learned is you cannot buy life insurance. You have to actually qualify for it. Now, with term insurance, we say the average 30-year-old can actually qualify for $400,000 of life insurance and pay under $50 a month for it. Now, we say buy term insurance, invest the difference with that other $50. Instead of putting that back into your pocket, guess what I'm gonna do with it? You put it into a savings plan. That savings plan, set it up right alongside that term insurance, you can get really high interest. In fact, we have accounts that's averaged 10% interest since the 70s, which is a huge deal. Now, because of that interest rate, with just that $50 going into there, with that same 20-year period, there would be $40,000 saved in that account. Now that's a huge difference in comparison to the whole life policy. Would you agree? So now if something were to happen to you within a 20-year period, your family or your beneficiaries would get $400,000 plus the savings. That is crazy, but it's true. They would get everything. Let's go back into the whole life insurance, and let me tell you some things that they don't tell you about. The first thing, you've been saving money into the savings for the first 2 up to 5 years. Do you know that there's zero money in that account? Could you imagine going to your bank and you saved money for 2 to 5 years and they told you that there's no money in the savings part? I'm like, are you crazy? That is outrageous. But it's true when you're dealing with whole life policies. Most people don't know this, which is the problem, which is why I'm doing this video. Now, the second thing, they tell you you have to borrow, well, they don't tell you, they don't tell you this, but you have to borrow your own money. Now, my question I ask people, if you have to borrow your own money, is it yours? I'll wait for a second. Of course it's not. Who borrows their own money? Not only do you have to borrow it, you gotta pay it back at 6 to 8% interest. Are they crazy? There's low interest already and you have to pay your own money back at 6 to 8% interest. Who does that? This is what most people have in terms of policies. Now, this is the crazy part here. The third thing they don't tell you about, you have $100,000 of coverage in that policy. You have $20,000 saved in your cash value that you can borrow against a case of emergencies, right? So that's a total of $120,000 in that policy. Now, out of that $120,000, how much money should your beneficiaries get if something were to happen to you? I agree, the whole $120,000. Now, you're thinking logically, but that's not logical when you're dealing with whole life insurance companies, which is why they're ripping people off. That whole $20,000 is going to be in the company's pocket. They're going to keep every cent of that. They're going to only pay your family the $100,000, whatever the death benefit was. And people don't know this. Remember I told you earlier, it's important to separate the accounts? You have to separate the accounts because that by keeping it attached, it allows them to keep your cash value. And people don't know this. So this is how you build a solid financial house. If you're going to do life insurance, you need to buy term insurance and invest the difference. Because in the end, how long is $100,000 going to last your family anyway if something were to happen to you? It's not. After you pay a couple of bills, it's gone. Especially if you're making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a year, that money is gone within 2 years. So you can get 4 times the coverage with a term, invest the difference so you can have money saved for yourself for later, which is a big deal. So that is the first part of building a solid financial house, buying term insurance and investing the difference. All right, so now let's continue. Let's go into the financial house, the next step. The next step when building a financial house is debt management. You want to become debt-free. You want to pay off your credit cards. We'll actually show you some really good strategies that really helped me out and helped a lot of people on that team how to get out of debt completely and add an extra $200 to $800 back into your check just by some simple strategies. Now, the next step in terms of building a solid financial house, you want to be able to have an emergency fund. Because guess what? Emergencies are going to happen. You know it, I know it, it's going to happen. You can't get around it. If you're married, you have kids, you have people depending on your income, emergencies are going to happen. The car breaks down, the boiler, something's going to happen. So we teach you how to have 3 to 6 months of your income saved to deal with monthly expenses in case something would have happened to you. You don't need credit cards because you have money saved in it. We'll show you how to do that. The next step is most people worry about college for the kids, but before that comes your retirement. We're going to show you how to put money away for yourself. Pay yourself now so you can have so much money later. You can have $400,000, $500,000 sitting in that account. And the big thing about this is we'll show you accounts where you don't have to pay any taxes on that thing. You can take that money and it's all yours in addition to your other retirement accounts. Would you like that? When you meet with us, we'll show you how to do that. And the next step after that, I mentioned it earlier, college for the kids. What would it be like if you had somebody to fully pay for your college? Or we even have accounts where we can create seed money for your children, where you, your friends, family can put money into this account and save. When your child reaches age 18 through 25, they can take this money and they can use it to buy their first house, to start their own business, to buy a car. What would it be like to just let them hit the ground running? What if somebody did that for you? You have the opportunity to do that for your children. And the last thing, we do not believe that you should be working on a job and not go after your goals and dreams. So let's put that in there. Your last step or your last stage will be your goals and dreams. Some is going to be to buy a house. Some is going to be to travel. Whatever your goals and dreams are, we will help you to accomplish it. We'll put a full plan together for you. So if you're interested in learning about anything that stood out to you in this video, get with the person that sent you this video so we can show you how to build your solid financial house.